They'd never finished better than 8th in the conference, and now they've been several trips to the tournament. They have a lot of confidence, and they're an older group. They're not fearful. They're going to play a tough game. We talked to them yesterday, had a great chat with the players. I really felt the confidence that they've had through the Atlantic tournament, and they're ready to take on this Michigan team.
A minute into the opening period. Matty Beniers will play it in. Lost it along the wall, played to the point. Here is Hughes holding along the blue line. Luke Hughes, Hobie Baker finalist. Carrying the puck, he'll hand off for Johnson. The Canadian Olympian dumps it in on a backhand behind the AIC net. Gathered up there by Julius Janhonen. And the Yellow Jackets will get it all the way back to the Michigan end. Regali stapling Truscott up against the wall. And now AIC will quickly make a line change. Here comes Johnson. He'll hit the red line and steer back.
Really nice back check there by Chris Caderos. He got back into the zone, took away that back patch for AIC. That's important in this game. Can AIC take away the middle of the ice on the back check?
Turned over, here's Dodaro. Trying to hand it off for Bariga. A little bit out of his reach. Now here comes Mackie Samoskevich back to center for Michigan. Plays it to the AIC line. And now Lambert from the corner trying to create. He'll spin it back in behind the net. 16:30 to go, opening period, looking for our first goal. Here's Hughes at center. He'll step in over the line. Takes it into the circle, moves to the front. Bouncing puck, tipped in! Face-off here in the AIC end, the 4th seed in this regional, located in Springfield, Mass. 3rd national tournament appearance for the Yellow Jackets. The upset in number 1 before, but they're having a hard time here early as that one slides through the front of the crease. Back out to center. Truscott got it to the line. Turned back by AIC. Now here's Hughes. He'll play it quickly ahead. Mackie Samoskevich. Off the wall. Will spin it around the end boards. Truscott holding it here on the near point. He'll slide it across for Hughes. Watching him stick handle is entertaining. Hughes whips it toward the net. Pad save there by Calvaruso.
Good rebound too. Went to the corner. Didn't stay out front.
Blocked by Vanish Shaw. AIC can't clear. Great pressure here. Hughes creating, and he sent it wide at the right post.
He's something else, isn't he? The confidence to do spinorama when you're the last man back.
Michigan swept a 2-game series back in 14, and they said they weren't taking the Yellow Jackets lightly. Now sometimes that is lip service. We saw what happened to St. Cloud State a few years ago when they met AIC, but it looks like Michigan wasn't kidding.
Now, they haven't played a lot of games lately either. If you look at the Big Ten tournament, how it's scheduled, they played 1 game against Notre Dame, 1 game against Minnesota in 2 weekends.
Centering pass. There's a chance. Bordeleau. And he's denied. Hughes keeps it alive. He'll hand it back to Bordeleau. Fakes his shot. Holds on. Here's Hughes now moving in. Hughes deflected up into the protective net. Shot right on. Turned away by Calvaruso. Off the wall, Michigan trying to keep it alive there with Brendan Brisson. 19 goals on the year for Brisson. Now here's power, lost an edge, falls down to the ice sheet, and Brett Callahan is able to clear it down the length of the ice. There's Bennett trying to work it free. He's been hot for AIC. 7 goals in the last 3 games, but Michigan gets it back to neutral ice. Hughes plays it across. Brisson missed that pass. AIC can't clear the zone. Brisson gets it back. Here's Brisson moving in. Wrist shot blocked in front. Janhonen. Oh, and there it hit the post for Brisson.
When you're on the bench as a coach, you're trying to find the mojo within each game, and these guys push each other to play better to get ice time.
Mel Pearson was telling us yesterday that the seniors are the glue. You know, the draft picks get all the press, a lot of the notoriety, but guys like Nick Blankenberg and the other seniors past the job, I mean, they're really what keeps it all together.
You can see Bennett's feeling the confidence, so as he went in the zone, that could give AIC a little momentum. The first truly good offensive chance they've had.
Now they've got 4 shots, no doubt their best scoring chance there. This one comes all the way down, no icing. Portillo out of the net. Plays it to the corner. We're trying to find Janhonen coming down the slot. There's a shot to Lambos. Bouncing puck. Bennett sent it just wide. and now they score. Callahan was there. Now Dodaro will play it to the Yellow Jackets. Maver will dump it in. Barriga holds it in on the left point. Barriga turns and gets it toward the net. The UNLV transfer, Elijah Barriga, one of the alternate captains for this squad. Yeah, transfer from UNLV, you don't hear that very often. Here's Hughes with a lot of room, and he scored. No! It hit the post. Hughes thought he had one. His hands were in the air.
Boy, he's something else.
Now here's Johnson. He'll hand off to Truscott. Matty Beniers feeds Hughes. And that's going to be an offside. He wasn't able to hold the zone. Unassisted, they're calling it at 7:28. So it is Bennett's goal.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought it would be. He had a great 2 minutes there. He had a breakaway, a good opportunity. Then he called the goal there and eliminated the icing on the hard forecheck. He's been a big part of this team the last 2 weeks.
Beecher trying to play it across for Dylan Duke. There's Johnny Beecher again from the half wall. We'll get it to Truscott just inside the line. Rister. Job is there. Turned over. Here come the Yellow Jackets out of their own zone. AIC. 22 wins on the campaign. Galambos will send it back to Nico Somerville as defensive pair. Here's Hughes again. Galambos, the tall redhead of Walnut Creek, California. He's got a penchant for rugged play and tattoos.
He's a tough kid, and he had a good conversation with him on growing up in Walnut Creek and playing hockey. He had to start on the short side. He had to start in a half-size rink, find his way to San Jose, and he fell in love with the game playing video games.
It's one way to do it. 45 seconds left in the period. Maver will dump it in from center. AIC got down 2. Got a big goal from Bennett. Cut Michigan's lead in half. And they are very much in this hockey game. Even though Michigan jumped out to that early lead in the first 5 minutes. Now here's Hughes on the right wing. Luke Hughes on his backhand. Playing keep away, making it look easy. Got a shot to Calvaruso. Kept it out of the net. 5 seconds to go in the period. Great sprawling save, Michigan, as they lead it 3-1. Not even a minute into the second period.
This power play hasn't had that much of a chance this year to be together fully. They have 2 great units, and the ability to get out on the ice for this group early in the second period with fresh ice is huge.
Now here's Barriga chasing it into the corner for AIC. They answered back once. Can they do it again? They've got a 2-goal deficit for the second time in this game. Beecher tries to hand it back. Behind the net to Hughes, broken up. There is Cole turning and firing. And now Dylan Duke will work it back to center for the Wolverines. Duke leaving it back for Samoskevich. Beecher, wrist shot, broken up by Cole. Hughes will pinch down and hold it in deep. Rolls in behind the net. I really like the temperament of these guys. They're stars, but they don't act like it. There's another beautiful goal.
Hobie Baker candidate. He's in the right place at the right time. But that's all set up by Kent Johnson and his patience over the blue line.
17-17 of the period. Beniers from Johnson and Brisson. And it's 4-1.
They don't need much.
No, they don't need a lot of room. Time and space is not a big issue for the Wolverines. Now here's Stella. He can score 2 on a backhand. If they don't win it all, is it going to be a failure as a season?
I think they're certainly striving to do that. But, you know, in one-and-done situations, we just saw in hoops how many number 1 teams lost. It happens in one-and-done. So you don't know if, you know, if it's a 7-game series, yeah, I think it would be a huge disappointment. But in 1 game, you got to bring your best game. You can't take a second off.
Vanishaw, wrist shot. Save made by Portillo. Flipped on by the net by Maver for AIC. They're forcing Portillo to move around.
Michigan's got to make sure they don't try to get too fancy here in this game. They got to continue to play disciplined offensive hockey and defensive hockey.
Kramer will sweep it ahead for Bennett. Hands off for Regali. Regali is now credited with that AIC goal. It's been changed twice now, but it is Regali who gets credit.
Now, back when I played, it was whoever was the loudest got credited the goal. So we go back in the locker room, I got that goal. It was me.
It was a big goal at the time, cut the lead to 2-1, but now 2 more goals for the Wolverines. Theodore lost it, and they still get it in. As Otto is slow to get up to the faceoff dot. Finally, they drop the puck and we're back underway. And they lost 4 of 5 meetings with Notre Dame. Really the only team that seemed to have the key to the puzzle with Michigan. They did beat them 2-1, though, in the Big Ten semis. Michigan was able to beat Notre Dame in the tournament. There's a rebound left out by Portillo, but swooping in is Hughes to clear it away. But Eric Lang, he said for sure they looked at a lot of those Notre Dame games to see what they were doing. Here's a shot. Hughes sent it wide of the post. He's got it again. Top of the circle, side of the net, and tipped wide by Johnson. Here's Brisson again. Double teamed in the slot. Vanishot poked it to the line, but they can't clear it. Now finally it's booted out to center.
You can shoot the puck at different angles, at different parts of your body, and get it off fast.
Of course, Brendan's dad, Pat, a famous sports agent. Some of his clients, Sidney Crosby, Patrick Kane from the NHL. He's got other sports represented as well. And that's why he's the best guy to interview. Yeah. Because he gets it. Here's Portillo shot. Save Calvaruso. Loose side of the net.
AIC's got to force the puck to the outside. They can't let Michigan get the puck into the middle.
So Brisson had the power play goal. Beniers leads the team with 10 on the year. Here they go to work. Blankenberg and Hughes playing catch along the far wall. Samoskevich turned around momentarily. Now Beniers with it. Off for Hughes. Little tic-tac-toe right in front. Backhand save. Calvaruso trying to hold on, and he will get the whistle to get back to his home state, play in the Frozen Four, and win a national championship there in Boston. Yeah, originally a Harvard commit, and because COVID and the Ivies took away the hockey that year, he had to find somewhere to play. So he went to Michigan, and it's all worked out well for him. Yeah, pretty happy to have him. On the power play, Michigan still for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Here comes Beniers on the right wing. Get it to Duke. Now across Hughes, they go right in front. Blankenberg sends it right through the blue paint. Here's Beniers again. Hughes trying to stay away from Lindner's check. Lindner trying to frustrate that. It's Duke keeping it alive for Michigan. Under 1 minute to go in the man advantage. Has his pocket pick, and Cole is able to skate it free and dump it down. Great play by Chris Dodaro, and Michigan's going to head to the box. Johnny Beecher is a wizard shorthanded. You and I saw that firsthand back in January. Yeah, he really can jump up the ice and find the open spot shorthanded. This is a centering pass from Barriga. It didn't hit his man. Chip back in deep. Portillo out of his net. He is not shot. Still 1 minute to go in this power play for AIC. It's going to slide all the way through the neutral zone. Back deep. Lindner. Pressure there from Pastujov. Jake Stella now. He'll jam it in. About 5.5 to go in the period. For a half minute to go in this power play for AIC. Yellow Jackets down 3. They need a big goal. But Hughes is coming back for Michigan. And how many times do you see a defenseman leading a rush shorthanded? Stella tried to spring Dodaro out of his reach. Pearson, the first one there for the Wolverines. AIC just trying to get a shot at this point. Regali from behind the net. Beats it off to the far circle. Here's a one-time Galambo sent it high and wide. And the shot went to the right guy. He can let it fly. He's got 5 goals on the year, and he's got a big shot from the point on the man advantage. The team
the team concept of high-end offense can create liabilities defensively. But they're committed to it. They're not going to change their game now. They're going to play high-end offense and say, okay, if you guys create a turnover and get yourself an opportunity, go for it.
And even when they do find themselves a little out of position, they've got the ability to get back and make up for it quickly. As Hughes gets the puck in the circle, that one's up over the top of the net. Michigan's going to have to tag up here.
The coaching staff at Michigan is committed to letting their players make mistakes. If you make a mistake, it's okay as long as you're trying your best to do something offensively for our team. They're not going to.
One-timer, Beecher from Samoskevich, and now Beecher still active. Tries to jam it in on the wraparound. Somehow Calvaruso got back to make a nice save.
Settle into the game and not worry so much about everything else. He's a big guy, covers a lot of the net.
Benner trying to get another one on Portillo off that faceoff. It was pushed in behind him. Portillo was outstanding during the Big Ten tournament run. He was named the MVP of the tournament. 90 saves on 95 shots in 4 games.
Pretty strong.
He was dialed in. Now here's Regali. Kept that one low to the ice. Steered away by Portillo. Coming up on a minute to go in the second period. Brickley and the guys in the studio ready to take us through the intermission. As Western Michigan beat Northeastern earlier today in overtime to advance. I can't believe that's the first win in Western Michigan history. That surprised me. They will have the highlights of that one. Backhand on. I don't know that Calvaruso saw it. Good effort there by Van Wy, who got the first goal for Michigan in this game. It's going to come back all the way down as Hughes couldn't slow it down. What does AIC have to do here to get back in this game?
They got to get one early. I feel like they need to score a goal within the first 5 minutes of this period. And that will make it a 2-goal game. And as everybody knows, those are very dangerous. So Coach Lang's looking for that first goal here in the first 5. And then they'll work in 5-minute segments to try to work their way back into this game.
Kramer, who's spent a couple of minutes in the penalty box, actually 4 minutes in the penalty box in this game. 2 penalties. One led to that Brisson power play goal. Here's Beniers trying to gain control for Michigan. He'll send it in behind Portillo.
And, one thing Michigan's got to remember is this is a one-and-done game. You don't want to turn it into a Hollywood game when you're trying to do all the fancy things. You got to find a way to score goals for sure, but you got to keep within yourself in on Calvaruso.
Glad Dylan Duke, who had his cage rattled earlier in this game, is all right. He's even scored a goal since taking that hit up along the dasher, where his head hit the boards pretty hard, but he's been able to shake it off. As Michigan's got a chance at a national championship for the first time in almost a quarter century. They need all their players healthy as they make this run. Moyle on his backhand. And I'll throw it down toward the net. Intercepted and chipped to the line, not out. Jan Honen really being pestered by Van Wy. Good forecheck there by Van Wy. Wow, he has been great in this game.
It's been one of the better games I've seen him play in a minute. He's been fantastic. Obviously got the goal and got him jumping a little bit, but been solid. AIC's got to get the puck going the other direction here. Try to find that third goal to make it a 2-goal game. The top line has been solid. Young, Stella, and Theodore for Eric Lang's group. He needs to get them out there as much as he can to try to get one behind the goaltender Portillo.
Here's Hughes. Slap shot. Glove save, Calvaruso. One of the best goaltenders in college hockey, except for the Mike Richter Award. Yaniv Peretz, who we're going to see in our next game, also up for it for Quinnipiac. Some good goaltenders this year in college hockey.
It's hard. They can give it to all 3 of those guys as far as I'm concerned. They're all just phenomenal. Between Peretz, Levi, and Dragon McKay, they've had just phenomenal years. And unfortunately, one guy's going to get the award.
Michael Pastajov starts it out for Michigan. Got it ahead for Morgan. Not the young stars, and it's all worked out.
Yeah, it's been a season that has been choppy, of course, because of kind of exiting the COVID pandemic and in an endemic. But now you've got guys going to the Olympics and World Juniors, trying to glue that all together. It's not easy.
He's done a masterful job. He was at Michigan Tech for many years, and now at Michigan in his 5th season. And this might be the most talented team they've ever had at that institution. Cameron Lynch, Brad LeBlanc, our referees, Patrick Capuzzo, Steve Drain, our linesman. Done a good job today. We're under 9 minutes to go. Penalty boxes stay empty. 5-2 Michigan. They have led from the outset. They had 2 goals in the net before we were 5 minutes into the first period. They've never looked back. Breaking out Maver for AIC. Quickly turned over, and here comes Luke Hughes back the other way for the Wolverines. Beniers trying to work around Otto. Edwards will chase it over in front of the benches. Overskated it. Brisson is there. Brisson almost turned it over. Forecheck there by Vanishaw. Vanishaw, transfer from Minnesota State. Of course, the Mavericks very much alive and dangerous in this tournament in Albany. And how about Minnesota Duluth again? That team, 3-0 shutout of Michigan Tech yesterday. Timely penalties has kind of been an Achilles heel for Michigan throughout the year. They're going to clear it all the way down.
They still keep a forward way back. There's AIC trying to spread out the defense of Michigan.
AIC 0 for 2 on the power play so far. They've mustered 2 shots. Bouncing puck side of the net. Beecher carries it to the corner. Oh, right out in front. Bennett backhand scores! Great effort here, especially in the 3rd period from the Yellow Jackets. The champions from Atlantic Hockey. Representing that league well, as they always do in this tournament. It's going to ring the inboards. Michigan holds it in deep. Here's Van Wy now, who took that penalty that led to the AIC goal moments ago. Van Wy will get it off for Hughes along the blue line for Truscott. Backhanded in deep. Van Wy again to play it for Michigan. Trying to fight through a check. Lambert will work it back to the top of the zone. Nice move by Hughes moving down. Has his pocket picked cleanly by the player of the year, Theodore. Theodore holding. He'll take a shot. Pad save Portillo as we're under 3 minutes to go. Yellow Jackets dump it in. As AIC's offside. We'll have to tag up. Now here's Power to start it back the other way. Galambos has got a big cannon. He's on the right point for AIC. If they can somehow work it to him.
Good draw.
He's got it now. Galambos will go over to Kramer. Here's Galambos again. Top of their circle. They'll go low, side of the net. Kept alive here by Stella. 19 seconds. No, Galambos had it jump his stick. They have to retreat back to neutral. Bennett will rush it in. Jake Stella, 5 seconds to go. Van Wy intercepts, and Michigan is going to win this one 5-3.